Hello, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you very much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot. This is what you don't see coming for the week of February 22nd, 2026. It is a collective general reading, so as the messages come through today, just take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it's meant for someone else. And check out your other placements if you don't know what they are. In the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. And also in that description box is information on how you can become a member of my Time Travelers program. I issue 48 exclusive readings to members every month. So if you'd like to join us there, we'd love to have you. With all of that said, let's begin. Tapping into the Libra collective now for Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What does Libra not see coming for the week of February 22nd, 2026? What do they not see coming? One more shuffle here. Thank you. What do you not see coming this week? Bad habits. At the bottom of the deck, we have hooked. Okay. Tell me why bad habits is something that the Libra collective, okay, just saw the Nine of Pentacles popped out of the deck. Why is bad habits something that Libra does not see coming this week? Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. One more shuffle here. Thank you. In your energy, we have Temperance, we have King of Cups, we have the Sun, and we have the Six of Swords. At the bottom of the deck is the situation, environment, or connection that you're dealing with. We have Queen of Pentacles, we have Two of Pentacles, and we have the Hierophant. That leaves the Three of Swords, Two of Swords, Eight of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. I get this feeling like someone's past is resurfacing. Someone's past is resurfacing. Okay, let's take a look at your energy. Temperance, King of Cups, the Sun, and the Six of Swords. If this is you, like this is something you did in the past or something like that you were addicted to or a shadow aspect of yourself, I feel like you have since moved on from it or you've tried to move on from it. Temperance, the King of Cups, the Sun, the Six of Swords. This is like I'm moving on from some bad habit here, something I've engaged in. Again, whether it's internal to you, like a shadow side, or external to you, you seem to be balanced. You're opening up your heart. I think you're feeling good again. Tell me why Temperance is here. I almost feel like you're trying to control something here that's been plaguing you for quite some time, or again, something in your past is resurfacing. One more shuffle. Thank you. Temperance is clarified by the Seven of Cups, the Six of Pentacles, and the Five of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Eight of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you, this week, again, there's something here, internal or external to you, that you have been engaging in for quite some time. Like, I think this is something like you were hooked on. Right behind that, we have reflecting. So I feel like this week you could find yourself thinking about, I don't want to call them mistakes. I'm going to call them lessons, okay? Because at the end of the day, we're all human. I don't really believe in mistakes. I think every mistake is a lesson, should we choose to look at it that way, and learn from it. And I kind of feel like that's what you're doing this week. It's like you're thinking about your past and decisions that you've made, what you've given to, what you've given into. It seems to be a lot of mental activity here and just trying to reconcile some decisions that you made in the past. I do think you're desiring here, energetically speaking, to move on from that, to become a better person, to live a better life, to make some better decisions for yourself. Tell me about that Sun card. I feel like you have your eye now on a future that you're hoping will be bigger, better, brighter, happier for you. Tell me about that Sun card. You seem to be motivated now to move in a new direction, to leave behind the past, like I said, to learn from those lessons, to not repeat them. One more shuffle here. Thank you. You have the Queen of Wands. That's you, whether you're masculine or feminine, because again, I'm just reading your energy. So it's taking the inspired action here on the Queen of Wands to the Knight of Pentacles to the Queen of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Cups. I like this. I feel like I've tapped into a group of you where you're, like I said, I don't want to reiterate the message and take up too much of your time, but thinking about some past decisions you made, or, you know, things that you engaged in or things that you did. You're seeing the shadow aspects within yourself. You're trying to heal those parts of yourself while creating a plan and how you can move forward from them, how you can overcome them. I also think with that Queen of Swords to the Knight of Pentacles, to the Queen of Wands, to the Sun card. Sun card sometimes could talk about illumination. So it's like really seeing the truth of the matter, the role you played. Again, whether you did it consciously, subconsciously, it's kind of seeing the truth of why I was addicted to that, or why I engaged in that, or why I behaved that way. And it's also the clarity of mind to say, I want better for myself moving forward. Knight of Pentacles is Virgo energy, and it looks like that's what you're doing. I always say that the queens exist presently based upon the experiences they have had in respect to their card suit. And so that Queen of Wands is looking at the past actions they have taken. The Queen of Swords is looking at past heartaches or decisions or things they said or they didn't say. and all of that, what I did and what I said and where it got me to today. And then, you know, that's flanking the Knight of Pentacles, which is like, now I want to move forward in a more steadier way towards this long-term goal of happiness. So what you don't see coming this week is some internal clarifications happening to you about why you engaged in certain things or behaved in certain things, and deciding that it is in your best interest to unhook yourself and to move forward from those things, to become a better version of yourself, a Libra 2.0, if you will. Six of Swords. Tell me about the Six of Swords. Tell me about the Six of Swords. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Six of Swords, you're moving on. We have the Star. That's a lot of healing. Knight of Wands and the Two of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Wheel of Fortune. I feel like you're taking the inspired action. You know, sometimes in that Two of Swords card, we don't really know what's coming next. Astrologically, that's the moon in Libra. So it's like, I hope that I'm moving in the right direction. And then your intuition is kicking in here saying, yeah, we are. Let's move in this direction. Let's not repeat that past behavior, or let's learn from that lesson. Let's not engage in that again. And again, I don't think that this is going to be like an overnight thing for you. I don't think you start off on Sunday thinking about it and then you end the week on Saturday and your life is completely transformed. But you internally will be transformed this week. It's like you're seeing the role you played and the decisions you made that got you to where you are this week. And now actively deciding that moving forward, I'm not going to make those decisions again. I'm going to make even better decisions for myself. Even if I don't always know where it's leading me, I know that it has to be better than what I've gone through or what I'm choosing now to leave behind. Queen of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. This is the situation, environment, or connection here that you're dealing with. Heavy on the Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy here. You don't have to be an earth sign. Tell me more about this energy. One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the Fool. We have, is that two cards there or one? The Chariot. We have the Seven of Swords, and we have the Moon. If this is internal to you, like a shadow side of yourself, there could be something here within you, like, I really don't know if I want to give up this addiction. It's like you got a good angel on your shoulder this week, Libra, and you have a bad angel on the other shoulder. And the good angel is saying, we're doing the right thing. We're healing this pattern or this shadow side or something or someone we engaged with, and we're making the active choice to make a plan to move forward. And then you've got this devil on your left saying, but that felt really good. There was some satisfaction to that. We felt successful when we engaged in that reckless behavior. And if this is not a shadow aspect within yourself, this is someone external to you. Like, are you sure you don't want to do this anymore? You sure you want to break up with me? You sure you want to move on from this? I mean, this is, you know, I'm the best thing ever. I can't believe I'm saying these words, but that's kind of what I'm channeling from. If this is a person you're dealing with, it's like, are you sure? So if you're deciding this week, or you're notifying this week, you're notifying someone, I'm making plans to move on from you. I'm moving in another direction. I'm leaving this job, or I don't want to engage with you anymore as a friend or family member or lover. I would expect this person to make you feel foolish for doing that. Like, oh, you think you're going to survive without me? Or, yeah, it's only a matter of time you're going to come back. It's like they're minimizing your desire to unhook yourself from them, or to find a path forward from them. And if this is not external to you, it's internal to you. Like I said, that little devil on your shoulder, like, are you sure you want to do this? Like, you sure you want to go to AA? You know, you sure you want to find another job? That's the feeling I get here. I'm going to get you 3 cards if this is a person, and then 3 cards if this is something internal to you. Can I have 3 cards for Libra? If this, I'm going to call it an energy, okay? Because that's at the end of the day what it is. If this energy is a person, and that person could be anyone, right? It could be your boss, your friend, your family member, your lover, you know, I don't know, your coworker, your neighbor. Okay, but if this is a person, can I have 3 cards for this person's energy this week? Six of Cups. So yeah, if it's a person you know. It's not a new person. Someone's been in your life for a while. Six of Cups, Page of Cups, and the Hanged Man. Bottom of the deck, Ten of Pentacles. So if this is a person, what is in their energy this week? Making you an offer that they're hoping will keep you hooked. I'm looking at the Hanged Man. That's someone who is tied to this tree. And we've got the Unhooked card, which is so oddly similar. Let me show you what I mean. I hope the camera can pick this up. In the hangman, this individual is almost like tied to the trunk or the roots of the tree, okay? And in the hooked card, we have this branch that is like hooked to this tree. Two very similar images here. So I almost feel like if you're trying to give something up, like, you know, you're giving your notice to work because it's a toxic environment, or you're trying to break up with this person, or maybe you're telling this person, I don't want to engage in that behavior, that, you know, I don't know, alcohol, drugs, something that you were, and look, I'm not being a judgmental person here, and I have a past, I have a history like we all do. So I'm certainly not judging you if you have or do engage in any of that. But it's like, if that's the case, they're trying to tempt you back. Because the Page of Cups, they're offering you something here. So you don't become unhooked. So you stay hooked to them. So yeah, this could be you telling your friends like, you know what, I just don't want to do the Friday night hanging out anymore and drinking. I'm just changing. I really, it's not that I'm anti-alcohol, but I'm just looking to be sober in my life. And they could be like, you sure you don't want to drink? You're really going to miss hanging out with us. You know, we're like the life of the party. I just feel like there's a little guilt in that Six of Cups. And then there's an offering to keep you hooked. And if it's a job, it's like, are you sure you want to leave? You know, and then they're giving you a small offering to stay. Well, what if we move your desk around? You know, there's something like that. It's a small offering, but the Six of Cups, this person is offering you that cup. And we have the Page of Cups offering you the cup. And it's so you stay stuck or hooked or attached to them. Because sometimes the hangman could talk about, if I see this from another perspective, I understand what I have to let go of and sacrifice, right? I become enlightened. Now I know what I need to move on from, or the direction I need to take. So this offering would keep you stuck there, so you don't, second guess this moment of enlightenment that you've had to move on from them. So it's to second guess and to keep you hooked to them, or to keep you attached to them, to keep you in the toxic environment that you're looking to move on from. If this energy is not a person, but is internal to you, like a shadow aspect of yourself, what does Libra need to know? One more shuffle. Thank you. And that can show up like, you know, doubts, fears, anxieties. Are you sure you want to give this up? It feels so good in the moment. We have the Nine of Swords. So yeah, if it's internal to you, it's in your mind, okay? The Eight of Cups, and two cards came out here. The Ten of Pentacles and the Emperor. Bottom of the deck, Four of Cups. The devil on your shoulder is trying to convince you that the path forward will not be successful for you, that you're better off staying here and continuing to engage in this behavior or this shadow aspect. I'm seeing this as like the devil within you wanting to win here, not wanting you to succumb to this new chapter, wanting to keep you stuck, as opposed to seeing you move forward in a direction that is hermit for your highest benefit. So just be mindful that this week, it looks like you're going to be wrestling with some type of toxic situation, environment, or connection, or possibly a shadow aspect or pattern within yourself that you felt hooked to or addicted to or connected to in some way for quite some time. This week, you're reflecting back on your past, your engagements with it, and this desire to create a plan to move forward from it. And like I said, if it's external from you, there's some guilt here. There's an offering to keep you stuck. And if it's internal to you, it's almost like the devil on your shoulder telling you like, you're going to miss doing this, or I think you're making a mistake, or, you know, this feels so good in the moment, like we shouldn't give it up. Just like the devil talking to you. So just be mindful of that. It looks like your resolve to move on from this is going to be tested, either internally or externally to you. Let's get you three cards of advice. Three cards of advice if this is external to you. Situation, environment, connection you want to move on from. Three cards of advice if this is external. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the Emperor. We have the King of Pentacles. And we have the Six of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Page of Pentacles. If this is external to you, this is about you standing your ground. The Emperor to the King of Pentacles is someone who's looking into their future. They know the life that they want to build for themselves, invest in for themselves, and they don't allow anyone to change their mind. It's a very stubborn energy. But this, again, if this is external to you, this is you putting your foot down and saying, nope, thought about this long enough. And that Six of Swords, I'm moving on from this. I'm, again, relocating. This is my notice. I know that you're offering me this little thing to like change my desk and put me at the window, but I'm still giving you my 2 weeks notice. Like, this is you holding firm and taking control of your life and taking control of the situation by saying, no, I'm deciding to build a solid foundation for myself outside of this. And maybe I don't want to leave. You know, part of you may not want to leave in that Six of Cups because there's, again, nostalgia or memories. Sometimes the Six of Swords talks about a regretful but necessary transition, like a rite of passage to your next chapter. And so if this is external to you, this is just telling you to stay in your power and stay disciplined to this new life or this new path here that you want to create for yourself. For those of you where this is internal to you, again, hate to use that analogy, but you know, little devil on your shoulder. What does Virgo need to know? 3 cards of advice if this is internal to them. One more shuffle. Thank you. If this is internal to you, 2 of Cups, the Chariot, and the Ace of Pentacles, bottom of the deck, 4 of Swords. This is like you literally having a conversation with that devil on your shoulder. Like, regardless of what you say, I'm going to move forward towards the new. I'm giving up this addiction. I'm no longer engaging in this behavior. I want something new. I'm manifesting something new here for myself, and I'm desiring to be victorious, right? The Chariot card could talk about victory. So it's almost like having a conversation here with yourself in your quiet time. This is going to be quite the tower moment for the little devil here within you, because you're basically rejecting what it's trying to tell you and saying, no, I'm moving forward towards the new. I thought about it long enough. So that's your advice, to have that internal conversation with yourself. It's like, no, just trust me. I know what's best for me. We're moving in this direction. We're no longer engaging in whatever this is. Just reassure yourself you're doing the right thing, because energetically speaking, it looks like you are. That's what I have for you, Libra, for the week ahead. It looks like you're on to a new chapter here. Little resistance, internal or external, but as long as you kind of put your foot down with yourself or with someone else and keep moving forward on this Knight of Pentacles plan that you have or will be creating for yourself, it looks like success will be inevitable for you. So I'm really happy to see that for you. That is what I have for you, my friend. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And don't forget to check out the description box to find out how you can become a member of my Time Travelers program. Until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.